stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and it is witching hour, so you better off elsewhere tonight. Oh. Witch among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, 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 away. Just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and so you better off elsewhere tonight. Oh. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Grill podcast. We're back. Hopefully this time for good. Last week wasn't fun. What are you going to do? Shit happens. How's the noise here? Does it sound all right? Is this stupid fucking thing on? Is it too loud? Is it not loud enough? I really wish I could figure out how to fucking check all that shit myself. Whatever. Maybe we'll do a little R. Bud Dwyer tribute episode of the show. I'll pop a rating that way, eh, folks? What's going on, Zombie? What's going on, Mr. Bombastic? It's a pretty good time you and I had a couple weeks ago. Oh, shit the bed. Beautiful. Fucking everything's working nice. I like it. What's going on? What's been happening, everyone? Yeah, Super Bowl less than 24 hours ago. One of the least interesting matchups to me in the last several years anyway. I hate Patrick Mahomes. I hate Travis Kelce. The Chiefs kind of just like, they're one of the teams I just don't like. Like, I used to cheer for them, like, because they were just one of those, like, awful, always, like, perennial loser franchises. So it's like, oh, man, what if they can make Brody Croyle the guy? Wouldn't that be cool? He was a higher draft pick, but, like, this half-ass kind of tale of redemption. Or like the one year they were good with Matt Castle and Thomas Jones running the ball. But and then like I always thought Alex Smith was great. So he showed up there. Andy Reid went there. I'm like, fucking hey, this is gonna be cool, and I liked him. Liked the Alex Smith Chiefs, but I don't know. Mahomes is kind of a dork, and his wife and brother are just utterly embarrassing. As human beings, they're embarrassing. Oh boy. That looks nice, right? What do we think? That looks fun. Fun for us. Fun for us. But yeah, and then the Eagles, Philadelphia is a shithole city. Like nothing good ever comes from Philadelphia.
The faggot of the opera.
What are you gonna do? So yeah, I don't know. What can we put it here? Is it any better? Is it worse? Who cares? What's up, Brian Trash? Says, hey, Lord Steak. Yeah, I don't like the city. I don't really like the team. Like, there's nothing specifically about it. It's been the only time I can ever remember rooting for the Eagles was against the Patriots in 04 or 05, Super Bowl 39. That's just because, I think Terrell Owens might be my favorite player ever. Him, Deacon Jones, DeMarcus Ware. I don't know, like Marion Barber III, just some big nasty fucking running back like that. Back when the sport was for men. But yeah, I don't know. It was a fine game. It was high scoring. I think at one point the over under for points scored was 50. Like those are like the two best offenses in the league. And like one offense will score against any defense that's ever been put together, and then one is a great offense facing a the middle of the road defense. So like 50 is extremely low for that case. So like points were scored, but it's just like the game didn't matter to me. I was real cool just fucking hanging out and not not having any skin in the game. They did the Super Bowl square thing earlier in the day, so everything was taken. So I had no money in any form or fashion on the fucking game this year. It is what it is. I don't care. Like I don't really gamble. It's not my thing. I'm not good at it. I don't know when to stop. So, halftime show is kind of dumb. Like I think Rihanna is really talented, very attractive, but like an excellent singer. And she's pregnant. Couldn't really do a whole bunch, routine wise. I don't care about her music. Like she's a talent. It's the same way like Lady Gaga is talented, but I don't give a fuck about her music. I don't give a fuck about the commercials. I don't remember any of them. I was last week in the Forever Lost episode. That has been removed from the internet. I hate people that fucking show up to like Super Bowl parties. I hope the commercials are really good. Like they'll talk during the entire fucking game about whatever stupid fucking bullshit they've got going on, and then shh, commercials. We gotta hear the commercials. Oh my god, what is Doritos gonna do this year? I don't like that shit. Like I know, like Bill Burr's bitched about that for years, and I think to the point where like he watches the Super Bowl alone, and like I've done it, but It's also because I was only half watching it. I was more so sleeping through it. I had a big night the night before. Oh, we shout out the good doctor. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, they had roast duck with the mango salsa over there. Because that was a funny line from a commercial most people have forgotten about from probably close to 20 years ago now. And instead of giving a real answer when asked what kind of food I wanted for the Super Bowl, I said that. And that's what I got. Turns out, good move. I've never had duck on its own before last night. It's solid. I think it's probably still not like something to go fucking batshit over, but like being able to kind of like pick it up because like she's made turducken a bunch, but like that becomes an entirely different thing. It's not chicken, it's not turkey. It's not duck. It's turducken. It becomes 1/4 meat. Like it's not. So like I had ingested duck over the years, but I'd never really like been able to taste it on its own, and kind of like it. It's almost like a fucking like roast beef. It's like if poultry's version of roast beef. This is the best I can kind of explain it, like texture wise or whatever. Flavor wise, it's different. It tastes like duck. Mango salsa was nice. I would have perhaps made it a little further ahead of time, but just like it was a little too like it was mixed together and all that shit. It was just like here's a chunk of mango, here's a chunk of jalapeno, here's a chunk of tomato, onion. It wasn't cohesive. It didn't I don't know. I know this is like gay and nitpicky. It's just like a fucking family member cooking for you and you go, had better. You should have done this, but no. It's how I am with food. Like, because like it didn't really go with the duck. It was like two separate things. Like, like if it was like more not fluid, but a little more sauce like. I think we can all be a little more sauce like in 2023. But if it was a little more sauce like, it would have stuck to the duck better and been more of a composed bite. Also, I'm gay. Oh, Jonathan. Mr. Bombastic says, I want to hear your thoughts on the UFOs. I think that they don't matter. It's not something that needs to be thought about. I don't know. Like, I know that the government has basically said, yeah, no, aliens are really UFOs kind of all the time. These fucking things show up. You don't know what they are. But like, it's, and they, I just like fucking, I don't give a shit about space. Like those and the Lost Loves are the worst fucking segments of any Unsolved Mysteries episode. And it's just like, I'm not fucking like, I don't care. I'm not going to space. I don't care what's in it. I failed an astrology class or astronomy. The one that's not the zodiac shit. That's astronomy, I think, right? Just a fucking star bullshit. I'm one of the only people to ever fail that class, and it's because I could not pay attention. You truly couldn't have given me enough money to pay attention because I just couldn't. Fucking could not. And I don't know. I feel like I got a 64 on that test. All I had to do was pass that test, and I would have passed the class, just fucking around the whole time. I guessed on that entire test. I think it was a 100-question test. I got 64 of them right by accident, or just like shit that I knew before the class. I don't know if it was all the teacher, if it, like what portion was just me being a jerk off 15 or 16-year-old, whatever I was. I think it was 16. But I just couldn't care. I wish I still had these fucking notebooks I had for that class, because it was just filled with like, I think it started out me fucking around, and I was like, I wrote down the lyrics to the Family Guy theme, and then it was just like random like jokes or non sequiturs that I thought of, just fucking that word salad kind of shit, like that stream of consciousness. I'm not gonna do it now. Of course, I can't do it now because I'm trying to explain it. But it's everyone that I know in real life hates me a little bit because of it. I don't know. It's like a lot of times I'm not paying attention to what they're saying. So I'm like, I think I heard this. Let me say these words. Some of them might hit, some of them might not. Doesn't work. It almost never fucking works. What are you going to do? So yeah, but like, so I went from the non sequitur shit, and then it was like slowly writing jokes, like not in an effort to do anything, because like back in this time period, stand up comedy wasn't anything I had any interest in doing. It was just like, yeah, there's no way I could ever be a stand up, so why would I ever bother trying? Turns out that would be much easier, because the other thing that I thought I could do outside of sports or whatever the fuck, like wrestling and football, and then like being like the lead singer of a band, like the other big like semi-realistic far-fetched dream was to be like a movie writer, not an actor, not a director. Just write them, forget about them. It's tough when you're the most uncreative person, I don't know. I have such a hard time with it. Like I can't do art because I don't understand it. I don't understand how to come up with an idea or like flesh it out. Like I don't. It's like that's a big fucking mental block for me. Like I can look at something and kind of draw it and it's sort of fine, but like that's why like this logo hasn't fucking changed and probably never will. Like I do fucking, hey, maybe someone can help me, man. But fuck you, Dying Breed. You're a prick, Mikey. I love you though. I want to kind of figure a way, like, which would basically mean I'm looking this way like there's anything there. It's a green fucking screen, folks. I am the dumbest person. But I'd like to take this logo and get this fucking zombie dude like out and about, maybe not, full body, but like at least enough so that I can like hawk a bunch of different, shirts or whatever the fuck. Like, and it's dumb. This is my lack of ideas. I was in the shower right before the show started, and I was thinking, I could put him in like a green and red sweater, or like have him hold a hockey mask or something. I have no ideas. I am for sure a man of zero fucking actual ideas. But be that as it may, here we are. I don't know, but I figure I can ask someone on Fiverr to do that potentially. It's just like, because I know artists get weird about shit. Like this is just some dude that I would never talk to again's art. I just like it. I mean, I'm also not against moving on from it either, but I kind of like it. I think it's a cooler logo than I have any right, having access to. Let's be fair. Like it took me forever to even like, What if instead of just a stark white background, we put like bricks or something up? I don't know. And I don't know. It fucking looks cool to me. I like that. Like I'm not really in any hurry to change the general idea of this background. Short of like inheriting a bunch of money and then being able to just build a studio. That would be fucking cool, man. Oh, Brian Trash has got the shirt. I know, man. I know. At least initially, I sold a bunch of those fucking shirts, man. That's cool. Like that's another thing though, because I don't like fucking T-form or Teespring or whatever the fuck. Springform Pan, whatever the fucking website is that those shirts come from. I don't like it because you can't get the like this. This is like a normal length between like the top of the collar and the beginning of the artwork. All of the fucking the Teespring shirts are like this is like the furthest up you can have the logo, and it looks fucking weird. Like it's like you got a logo on your stomach. Like, it doesn't look right. It looks stupid. It looks cheap and fake. Like, so I'd love to find like somewhere local or semi. I'll drive to like Buffalo or Rochester or whatever. Is to find like a decent like screen printing person that can handle the colors too, because I'm attached to all the colors. It's a big bugaboo. They'd be expensive shirts. All of like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, there's 10 to 12, maybe more shirts. Or colors in this fucking stupid thing. So like I'm pretty sure like that's a separate screen for each color. So they charge you by the screen. Like they gotta basically make that many. I don't know. Maybe there's like on a bigger scale, there's an easier process, but so that's a lot of band like punk bands. The artwork's just fucking. It's white on a black shirt because it's cheap. It's easy. You start fucking around with colors, you got to start charging more. And generally, a lot of the punk fan base ain't got a whole bunch of money. So you got to try to keep that shit like old JV Bastard of Darrow Chemical Company and all that shit. Like that's like something I've learned. Anything I know about shirts, I learned from him. But because he used to press all of his own fucking merch. His whole band, like that was a lot of their fucking day job was just printing graphics on fucking tees. Both for the band and for like I think his girlfriend at the time was like she worked in like fucking like graphic design and stuff. So like and so she had like on the side like a t-shirt company. She just do stupid shit for like local like fire houses and stuff like that. So like they'd fucking you don't want to pay rent, you're gonna fucking you want to pitch in on pizza or whatever the fuck else. You're gonna go fucking print some shirts, baby boy. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta find some, but I want something like it's got to be nice, like if it's just like the fucking the iron-on, like shitty, shitty fucking paint or whatever the fuck, like vinyl shit that's gonna peel off after 2 washes or whatever. That's not worth my time or anyone's money. But I like the idea too. Just like a lot of the first fucking things that I ever ordered online was from bands and stuff, and like it's all DIY shit. It's not. So coming up, I couldn't afford. Like if I wanted something fucking Rob Zombie, too bad. Can't fucking afford it, man. $40-$50 for a stupid fucking t-shirt. It's like the local bands, the fucking DIY shit that happened to fucking catch my ear at the time over the years. Not only are they probably producing their own fucking music and putting it out themselves, they're making their merch, they're shipping their merch. All it's all done by them. The band members have touched fucking most shit like that, and they take more care, and it's a little more personal than just fucking here's your invoice on the item. Shut up. You need to send this back with $50 if you need to return it. But like that's so I always like that, like fucking, and like Fright Rags does it too. They do the like they throw the fucking warheads in and then like a sticker and like a little trading card thing, just like dumb shit. Like JV Bastard used to throw fucking a bunch of like Halloween confetti in the fucking packages. So I don't know. I've wanted to stab him several times, but then I also have fucking sick merch, so who cares? At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all gay. Oh shit. Where were we, man? I don't know how I got off on the shirts, but I know we were talking about these UFOs at some point. I don't. Oh, yeah, that's how we got there. I got it. So yeah, back to the fucking that stupid class that I feel. I don't care about space. I'm never going. Like I will die on this fucking rotting planet. I'm not leaving it. No, it's just not happening, man. I ain't doing it. I ain't got time for it. And so it's like, first of all, these UFOs, like the ones back in, wasn't it around the pandemic? Wasn't it the last time they went? Yeah, UFOs are real, guys. Now remember, just stay inside because the UFOs are real. Or whatever the fuck it was. If that's even fucking, if that even lines up. But I didn't care about those ones. I don't care about this one. It's either, okay, if it's a UFO, great. If it's not, yeah, kind of figured. And it's just whatever other fucking thing, they're trying to like sneak by us, which I think there's some fucking like chemicals, like a train crash, like derailment or some shit, like it's a whole chemical fire in Ohio or some shit like that. I think Billy Bean was posting about it on Twitter earlier. I think, but there's somebody, and it's I'm okay, and like I don't know, like fucking like there's been. I didn't look too deep into it, so this turns out to be another like fucking. They're letting trans kids poop in litter boxes. Sorry, I didn't do my research, but I saw it like fucking not long before I started, or before I hopped in the shower. I don't like if they're like fucking like arresting reporters, not letting like the media report on the fucking shit. Like they're trying to just maybe they won't know. It's Ohio. Nobody really cares. But man. Like if that's what it is, or if it's something fucking more plausible that they're trying to sneak through, I don't know. But I'm just like fucking. A lot of this feeling has to do with my job and shit, and just being so fucking over it. And I don't want this to be that show. That's this that show is for like some fucking gnome looking dork in Texas. I'm not gonna fucking do that, but just being fucking stressed out about it. I don't care about fucking anything, man. Like the playoffs, I was so fucking just out of sorts about it. Didn't care about the Super Bowl, but that's as much to do with the teams as anything else. I don't. The UFOs aren't fucking exciting me. The Chinese balloon doesn't excite me. I wasn't excited about whatever stupid shit Sean Penn said last week that, I totally disregarded from that show. And I fucking, to anyone that, watched it or watched part of it, didn't get to see the whole thing. It was a bad show, just like objectively, at least to me. It was the worst thing I've ever done. Like I know there's that fucking that one failed episode that's like Shameful Return, I think it's titled. That's just me. I got too high and didn't have anything planned, and I was panicking for 40 minutes. Whatever. So I left that up. I'm not afraid to fucking like put shit out and just deal with it. But like, it's something that would have eaten me fucking up, whether I kept it up an episode or just left the content up. I was just in a fucking bad mood. I applied for what would be a promotion within my agency, and Tuesday morning, because I had to do the podcast late last week anyway, which was another fucking thing. Everything was off. People were in different places because the shows never went Wednesday. So people are off doing different things because it's not the fucking normal night. And that was getting to me. But, there's other shit too. I didn't get the fucking promotion, and truthfully, if I sit down and think critically, I didn't want that promotion. It would have been fucking leaving my guys to go to a different house, a house full of guys that are kind of fucking selfish assholes, and it's like, it's not necessarily their fault. That's, not necessarily anything that they can control. It's just the way they are. But, and their staff is fucking somehow worse than most of the ones I have to deal with now. But it was just like I was unconfident enough to become confident, if that makes any sense. And I think it did just kind of like take the fucking wind out of me. Like when I got the email, So I was just in a fucking shitty mood. Like I called out of work the rest of the week. I left early. Like I think I got the email at 10:50. I was in my car, punched out at like 11:10. It would have been a big fucking, increase. I would have become salary and have like a Monday through Friday fucking, 8 to 4 job. But it's Mikey in the chest is more money, more problems, and it would be a lot more problems. I'd be salary, so I'd be you get a company phone and a laptop, and it becomes a thing where you're always on the clock. You can't get overtime, and that does suck. And I think I can handle it, and I would love to. I'd love to move up. Like, it's just kind of like maybe there'll be a better fucking shot. Maybe my boss will fucking decide that she's done doing it. She just doesn't want to do it. She wants to do something else, and then I can just slip into the same promotion, but in a much better situation. I don't know. I got a little arrogant, I think, about it in some ways, just by accident, completely by accident, too. So, like, it fucked me up. Like, so that Tuesday, I went back to sleep as soon as I got home. I got up, I went to see Robert Kelly with Nick Rizza. Shout out, Nick, friend of the show. And his brother, Bryce, also friend of the show, just not very involved with it at all. And it's fine. And it was a fun time. We had fucking, we had pizza at Santora's, pizza and wings, because those are fucking phenomenal too. And it seemed like, all right, maybe it'll be fine, and my mind was just totally off, and I wasn't thinking about like it's friends. It's like there is become like less of like a fucking Seinfeld thing. There's a steak sauce world, and that used to be the world I lived in, 24/7, just fucking stupidity nonstop. And then there's the Deacon Taylor world, where
The faggot of the opera.
And there's the Deacon Taylor world, which is something I've had to live in a little more. I have an actual job, but I'm not just a bouncer at a nightclub or anything like that. And I have a girl with like a family that I have to kind of be around and be like, I like them, so that's cool. But you have to kind of be like, I'm not like a different person around them, but I can't like at 30, I finally realized I can't just be steak sauce everywhere in real life. It's bad enough to be steak sauce on the internet. That's not a good look. But man, my brain sucks. Yeah, it's like so like going out with my friends and fucking I got to be who I was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And just kind of fucking forget about it. And it was great. But the next day is kind of back to reality thing. And I think about it, man. It just fucking eats me up. I don't want that job. It's fine. And it turns out the person that did get it deserved, like, is seemingly competent. Like, because this agency, if someone sucks, you know about it. It gets around like that. Anytime something like that, anytime any fuck up happens, it's an agency, man or woman. Gossip is the fucking, is the thing. That's me too. A lot of times, like I don't want to say I'm fucking innocent in any of that. It's addictive. So it's like it's something like I've recognized the name. I know she's been in her position for a while, is longer than I've worked for the company even, and it's like, okay, don't know anything about her. She must be doing all right, because either that means she's legitimately not doing anything wrong, which means she's good at her job, or maybe she's not good at her job, but she's a good enough person that people will fucking try to bury whatever the fuck happens. At least, in some small degree, if they're able to, obviously. Like, hey, well, she stabbed one of the guys, but we're just gonna bury that guy out back. No, nobody's gonna care. But man, I don't know. So I took too long in the shower. I think. I don't know what the fuck. I lost track of time because I was going to re-pull all of my fucking new movies to redo the fucking the unboxing. I still have that box in here too. I should have used that. But I lost track of time and the song was ending. The Witch was ending as I was pulling. I couldn't remember fast enough, so that didn't happen. I don't know. I can fucking read through them if you want. Let's get some feedback. Oh, those cocksuckers need to send me my cat treats too, because they didn't show up. Well, I've pre-ordered The Whale. Haven't seen that yet, but but I want to see it real bad. Fucking, I don't feel like driving to the city to see it. I'm lazy. It didn't show low. It's one of the few movies that I've wanted to see that the local theater hasn't had. I pre-ordered the Midnight Run 4K as well. It's coming out in April. That's a Shout Factory. So I got the Candyman 2021 4K. I had the Candyman 1992 4K. I got I think it's the other. This is the second 4-pack of the classic monsters, the Universal monsters. It's Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Phantom of the Opera, and A Creature from the Black Lagoon. Which Bride of Frankenstein's fantastic. Lauren from Visited by Voices put me on that one. Because that's up there for him as far as all-time favorites, and it's probably number 2 for me out of the Universal monsters, and it's high, overall too. But I couldn't say it was top 5 for sure. The Invisible Man, I do like better than Bride of Frankenstein, though. I didn't think I could, because Bride of Frankenstein to me has everything. Like it's at least for the time, and it's got enough atmosphere to it that it's kind of scary still. It's funny. All this shit with the fucking blind man in the woods is funny. Like there's action, there's drama. Like the thing has everything. It's fucking great. Oh shit, the goofy looking lady. She's in Bride of Frankenstein and Invisible Man. What is it? Una O'Connor. That's it. I hope. Please be right. Yes, Una O'Connor. The Irish actress. She was an Irish-born American actress. But I got the Carry 4K. And those, I talked about it. Those I got from that fucking Amazon scam. I'm not going to go into that whole fucking thing. That thing was just convoluted. It's basically just some fucking scam site that, like they had titles on sale for $14, like vinyls, Blu-ray and DVD sets, these 4Ks and like everything, like which shouts it screams, scam, but fuck it. I didn't look at and the page is full of fucking negative reviews, but I figure, hey, Amazon's either going to refund me my money or I'm going to get them for $14 a piece. So fucking let's go. And so I paid the $60, slapped that down. Almost immediately they were marked as shipped. So, and if you go in and read the reviews and shit, and if I think there was a Reddit listing for, I think actually, like the vinyl Reddit got a hold of at least the time that I looked, they had gotten a hold of the sale, but like the Blu-ray and 4K people hadn't. And basically what they do, they market shipped immediately with these fucking outlandishly far out delivery dates. And they just so happen to be far enough out that it's outside of the 30-day window. So that Amazon generally won't refund their money. I'm sure, like, if you fight hard enough for something like that, they probably will. But a lot of people just, like, I know fucking some of the people that, are in the community just gave up. They got their money back, I think, because Amazon did realize this site is still, they changed the name, but the site is still up, because when I clicked the 4 movies I ordered from them, it shows they changed the name. That's all they did. So like they get whatever money they can, and then they whatever gets reversed, they just whatever, it's all profit. They're not shipping anything. And either they're getting money for nothing or, okay, no harm, no foul. Amazon won't fucking do anything about it, though, which is kind of shitty. Because actually, as I'm looking at it now, they're still scheduled to arrive between February 16th and March 1st. So basically what I did is I argued over 2 days, and I got the answer I wanted the first night, didn't trust them, went back and found out I would have been right. They would have told me to go fuck myself. But luckily I was smart enough. I had screenshots. I'm like, brother, I got fucking this, I got that. You guys left this site up. You guys have had fucking negative reviews and all this shit. And like, because they were trying to tell me that, brother, we're not giving you anything else. So you got your refund. That's all you're getting. Go fuck yourself. And I'm just like, I fucking just like info dumped all that bullshit. And I'm like, okay, well, you go ahead and order them, pay the money up front. Once they get shipped to you, we'll refund you the difference. Now, the only thing they did make me do is they did make me do the math myself. On the difference, they gave me fucking an $84 refund for all that shit to make up the difference. So I paid the $60, and then I got the rest of that shit back. So I can't bitch with it, man. I fought, but I know, like, I think Jake from Slaughterport just said, like, they fucking, he either kept getting the wrong ones or just like couldn't see the end of the road, I guess. But I don't think he got anything more. He got his money back. Like, they did that pretty much, from fucking beginning to end with this little controversy here. Yeah, luckily I was able. I think fucking Dan maybe got something. I think he got like a gift card or something, but he didn't get the movies. I had God on my side that day, and by God I mean Mr. Bombastic, because that man is the Amazon Whisperer. Hey, if you see the last name fucking Panel or Patel, get old Jonathan on it. He knows how to speak their language. He's like, was it a Harry parcel tongue? A fucking Harry Potter thing. You talk to snakes. Ooh, they whisper their S's. Oh, it's witchcraft. But anyway, let's fucking hit the rest of these here. I got the RoboCop Arrow Blu-ray. Wanted the 4K. I wasn't able to get a hold of it, so sucks to be me on that one. Got It Follows on Blu-ray. It's a fucking solid movie. That's one of the movies that got me back into horror, I think. Like, that got me back into it from let's check out new shit thing. Because there's always going to be, I'll watch all my George Romero's. I'll watch fucking, the big franchise, like slasher franchises and shit. But then outside that, I don't care. Everything got the fucking early 2000s broke me. I thought everything that came out was dumb. All that remake shit started happening, or it was just like nothing happens. There's no gore, and also it just looks like Dawson's Creek. And I didn't care about that shit. I've relaxed that stance a little bit, but it's still mostly accurate. American Psycho on 4K. I got House of Wax, the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I got X on Blu-ray. A good movie. Maybe my favorite. No, The Menu came out last year, right? The Menu was my favorite of 2022, I think. I got Pennywise, The Story of It. There's a little documentary. Christian talked about it a couple weeks ago. I saw it before his video, but he talked about it. So if you want, just check that video out. I think it's like 5 horror documentary Blu-rays he wants you to own. Something like one of those type of videos from him. He does a lot better job breaking that shit down than I do, I think. Because I think he actually takes the time. He puts work into it and writes some things down, like a professional. I got Whiplash on 4K. Whiplash was a movie actually suggested to me by old John from the Scarecrow Show. And okay, well, drum movie. He's probably going to have more fun with it than I did, or I will, and I'll throw it on. No, it's cool. Like, I like J.K. Simmons from like Law and Order. It's like Dr. Skoda. He's a therapist, I think. Something like that. And so yeah, all right, that'll be whatever, worth it, 2 hours or whatever the fuck it was. That movie is so fucking cool. J.K. Simmons is fantastic in it. Miles Teller is great in it. Fucking the tension in that movie is unreal. Like that fucking there. Are you early or are you late? Early or late? Like just that fucking unrelenting. You can't give him the correct answer. Like there isn't one. Like fucking just goddamn it, man. And like it's an old movie at this point. Like the car crash at the day of the fucking competition or whatever. I love that fucking movie. At the Pumpkinhead collector's edition Blu-ray. At April Fool's Day Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Fright Night Blu-ray. I didn't even know that was fucking a thing for some reason. I think I just assumed that because Fright Night 2 is so fucked up that there's, there wasn't really much action with the first one. So I don't know. I don't know if I just fucking I did no work on the fucking no research on this fucking thing. So I don't know if it's just some piece of shit. Like, fuck, I know a lot of people hate that Night of the Living Dead 90. Fuck. I can't remember what company put it out. And then Umbrella did it like a couple months later, so much better. I can't think of the company. I know I don't own anything from them because that fucking scared me away from them. I got Pearl, of course. You got X, you got to get Pearl. Definitely not as good as X, but it's still fucking real strong. Top 5 of 2022 for sure. Next, I got Unearthed and Untold, The Path to Pet Cemetery. Another one on on Christian's list. So if you want like a better breakdown of what you're getting with that, hit him up over there, Planet CHH on YouTube's. And then, I pre-ordered Dr. Giggles. That's coming out in March. And then I got the Dentist collection from Vestron. So that's the Dentist 1 and 2. I'd never seen them. Fucking Corbin Burnson is terrific in both of those movies. And the first one is criminally fucking underrated. I watched it Saturday night for the first time. I've never seen either of them before this weekend and today. I couldn't fucking like get my eyes off the screen for the Dentist. Like I think it's direct to video, but like there's a lot of interesting fucking camera angles and shit. Like I don't really pay a lot of attention, so it's just shit that's very different, and I can't place that I've seen it. And I just fucking like the movie. He just plays he's just fantastic as this like fucking mentally sick dude. Like to me, that performance works it would work in like a fucking drama or something, like maybe it wouldn't strike me as such a good performance if it was in something a little higher end, Oscar bait type shit, but it's probably more than the script deserves, frankly. Like it's more talent than the fucking script for sure. But like Yuzna, this is after Return of the Living Dead 3, so like he's been in the chair. I think he did Society too at that point. Like so Yuzna's like fucking like in his element, ready to go. Must have had a bigger budget, maybe because they didn't need to fucking spend money on the big cameras and shit. He had a little more money to play with than fucking Return 3. As far as effects go, I don't like fucking around with teeth and shit, man. That is a big fucking like raw nerve, pardon the pun, for me. So like almost all the gore in that fucking movie, like the kills and shit. Fuck. And then, so like that movie's like, fuck, oh god damn it, it's so good. Doesn't deserve no business. Like I think that to me is really just proved Vestron's worth, like in importance in like physical media, just like in movies in general. Because like even if they were just cleaning up shit to like have it stream somewhere, whatever. But physical media, but everything's like priced, like fairly. I'd say $20 for 2 fucking movies, And Dentist 2 wasn't nearly as good, but it was still fine. I didn't like it as much, but Burnson's just as good as he was in the fucking first movie. The gore is just as good, if not better. There's we're not gonna give it away. I want people to go see this movie, but there's a fat girl in the movie that gets tortured in a way, and they fucking like it was like cringe inducing. It was so fucking bad. I'm like, like, oh fuck. Yeah, I don't do well with that kind of like that. Blood doesn't fucking, me gallons and gallons of blood. I don't give a fuck. You fuck around with someone's mouth, you stick things in it that don't belong there. I don't stand for that kind of thing. Oh shit. Old Jess Graham in the house. Billy Bean's in the house. I think I saw him over. Ben Grimm's in the house. Mikey Zombie still hanging out. Good. I'm sorry I haven't been in the fucking chat today, but I kind of felt like talking. And I just want to kind of get my thoughts out today. So I'm kind of ignoring a lot of this, and I'm very sorry. But Ben said, oh, the Amazon shit is too much work. I get that, I guess. Like, if all you're going to get is a $20 gift card. Like, I was just stubborn enough, and I think I fucking just, like, they saw they weren't going to get rid of me, maybe. I don't know. Who the fuck knows why I got through, but to me, it was worth the fucking effort to get, $120 worth of movie, $124, I think, worth of movies for $60. Like, I think that fucking that Universal set alone is $54 on Amazon. So, but I agree though. Like, if like, I wouldn't start out on the path if I knew that the end result is a $20 gift card. I would have said, yeah, shove that gift card up your asshole. I ain't doing it. Billy says, if you see the name Patel, the message from them is show Bob and Vagine. It's not untrue. Not untrue. Zombie asked if I ever did a video along with the people from the Scarecrow Show. Not with both of them. I think it's episode 5 of the show. Maybe I'll remember to fucking throw that little card up there. But yeah, I think it's episode 5. I did a podcast with Ben, the bass player from the Scarecrow Show. As we drove, I don't remember where we were. I think we might have been in Pennsylvania at that point, or some fucking lower part of New York. But we were driving back he picked me up in West New York, New Jersey. And we were on our way up home, like back to Buffalo. I don't remember fucking when. It was kind of cold. Maybe it was like New Year's or something like that. And it's still one of my favorite. I do remember I went back and listened to it, and the audio is not as good as I want it to be. You can definitely tell we're driving in a car, but it's one of the most fucking fun episodes I've done. Because it was just, random shit. I don't think it did well because it wasn't live, and that's why I was so fucking worried about the shows I did with Jay and Jonathan, because they're good. Like, I wasn't worried that the show wouldn't be entertaining, but like, for whatever reason, people are much more likely to click on a live video, like to watch something live, or even as weird as it sounds, even something that was fucking live and is, like, they'll just catch they'll watch shit that was that was live more often than they'll watch some fucking thing you just upload. I don't know fucking why. I really don't. Doesn't make any sense. Like, every single thing I've done follows that timeline, and it's so weird to me. I want to shout out Gutter Garbs. It's a brand new shirt. I just got it today. One of their get it or regret it things. It's for old Jason Voorhees from Part 7. They've had a bunch of shit. Like, Gutter Garbs is like 90% of my wardrobe at this point, I think. Aw, Jess loves steak sauce. I love Jess. I will not stuff my saris in a sack. Oh, Billy watches live to profess his undying love for me. That's so sweet. That's why I do the show. I just need to hear it. Jess says, I remember that podcast with the dude from the Scarecrow Show. He remembers it, but he doesn't like it. Take note, folks. People will tell you things without saying it. I didn't talk about shit. I think I talked a little. I don't know why I bother putting shit in the description for these things, because it's never like I should do it afterwards, but then I always forget. Yeah. I don't fucking. None of this is really that important. I will say that I didn't. Oh shit! Before I say any of this, so as you know, I don't think it was. Yeah, technically it was. It was January. Last month, I did a giveaway for Lauren Dixon's book Divide by Zero, and that was won by the lovely Orc 145626, and he finally got them. I think last week. Last Monday. I think as it happens. So eventually he got it. But so I figured this month, and I know I've been talking. I talked on it fucking weeks in a row. Mike Rainey put a book out the beginning of this year or the end of last year. I don't remember. And I fucking read it. It took me less than 24 hours to finish the fucking book. Like 24 hours from like the first time I opened it to the fucking, to the last page. And it's like, must mean something, right? But On Perks is a book about Facebooking while intoxicated. Mike Rainey had an opiate addiction in the mid-teens. Did a lot of Facebooking in that time, so he kind of culled some of the more outrageous fucking stupid ones. And I'm guessing it's shit that like enraged and or embarrassed him, going back and looking at him. So it's a lot of him. So basically, the actual print version of the book is him showing you the posts and then talking about them and remembering the fucking state of mind, the mind frame. Back then, this is how I thought. I thought everything was this, and and it's the posts are fucking just funny because they're just outrageous and they're very much like anyone that knows it, like opiate addicts, like they've seen this, and you'll see a lot of the same shit from. Like the fucking like different kinds of drug addictions. What did I know? And it's him talking about it now, like how he feels about it now. Like I said, all that stuff. You can also get, if you go to onperks.com, you get like the bundle, which comes with the physical book, the paperback book, comes with an audio book that's. Well, it comes with the digital copy of the book, which is whatever, But then it comes with the audio book, which is fucking crazy because it's broken down into 6 parts, and each part is like an hour long, and it's Mike and one of his buddies. They're all fucking hilarious, They're either comedians or just like fucking hilarious plumbers, that they know. And they'll read the book, and then fucking it's a little bit the ones that know him going, oh yeah, I remember this shit. You were fucking dude. We were talking, you just didn't know it. And there's shit like that. It's fucking. It's interesting. It's also fucking hilarious. So to cut to the fucking chase, last month we did Divide by Zero. For February, I'm giving away another copy of On Perks. I got mine. I'm not just fucking shipping them on. I have 2. Well, this one's mine. This one could be yours. Signed by Mike Rainey. You can see here. I would never guess Mike or Rainey by that, but he does look a little ape-like. I can say that. You'll never see this. Who cares? Show it to him, faggots. Oh, fuck. Can't do it. Who cares? So we're going to do that. Now let me look at the calendar so I can remember what day I planned on this. Okay. 2 weeks from now, on the 88th episode of the show, February 27th, I will be announcing a winner. What you need to do is comment either under this video or the standalone video I will make potentially as soon as this show is over. I want you to tell me, give me your top 5 favorite comedy movies. And that can be like an actual movie. It can be like a fucking, like a, well, yeah, I mean, obviously, like something like fucking, fuck. Like Spinal Tap or something like that works. Or, but also, like, if it's fucking, hey, the original Kings of Comedy is your thing. Maybe that's your favorite movie ever. Throw it on the list. It counts. Let's go. Let's do it. And anybody that can name, nah, I don't think I know the answer to that. So how could you answer it? Just the top 5 favorite comedies of all time. That'll get you 1 entry. Anyone that's a part of the Patreon for just $1 over at patreon.com/OffTheGrillPodcast will also get an entry. So, hey, if you're a patron and you comment, you're getting 2 entries tossed in the old hopper there. So, do that information what you will. I don't give a shit. And I don't have anything to put on the screen that would be cool. But next Tuesday night, February 21st, is kind of a make good for it not really having an episode last week. Over on the Patreon. So I guess it's more of a make good for not having the bonus show. Because like, at least if you were watching live, you got 40 shitty minutes of a show. And, you know, I don't know, maybe I should apologize for that. But I did. So, or even. I'm going to be watching something I've never watched before. It'll be a first-time watch. I'll invite the folks. I have my parents on the show. They haven't talked to each other in fucking 15 years probably. No. Probably since 2010 or 2011. And they haven't been together since like 95. So, yeah, I'm not really doing that, obviously. Do a cool dance, yeah. So we'll be watching the 1932 Todd Browning classic, Freaks. And I don't know what it is exactly. I've been trying to think about it, but I saw clips of this movie in I think it was a documentary that was on the collector's edition Return of the Living Dead DVD that MGM released. I think it's the only thing I could think that I would have seen that in, but it creeped me the fuck out, just straight up. Like, not just, oh, that's a little unnerving. Like, ah! And they fucking just... So I think what it is that they're just humans. You know, like at the heart of it, they're fucking people that just want to live a life. But they have the fucking, you know, the abnormalities or disabilities or whatever, you know, whatever the proper term is. I'm fucking stupid. You understand? That's my disability. I'm very dumb. That's not quite right. It's like those fucking it's like that those conjoined twin. I almost used the no word for conjoined twin. The ones that were like the people like, oh, they're almost hot if you don't look at their fucking heads glued together. It's like there's fucking just a case of like their dog would bark at them all the time because like he doesn't have that notion of society, or at least not in the he doesn't grasp the concept as you know, the way humans do. Like So they don't know. You don't do anything. You don't do things like that. That's not done. Dog's just like, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. And like I think in my head, like fucking, it's not on purpose, but it's like it's wrong. It's wrong. It's not a, oh dear God, burn it with fire. It's like in cartoons, the way an elephant reacts to a mouse. Get it away! It's like fuck it. What are they gonna? Midgets creep me out too. I know one. I met one. He was a cool guy. I got over it. Once they become people and you know them, like you know them as people and not humans, I guess. Like once there's a relationship, that all that shit goes away. But I don't know, man. I'm fucking Ben Grimm just says what we're all thinking. Pinheads are creepy. Jess says, little people. We're just people. This is not where I wanted to go with this. But this was going to be Patreon only. I'm trying not to fucking like bitch about that, but I think with my fucking job, I'm maybe more paranoid than I need to be, but I got to keep a lot of the wackier shit confined. And I get it that if someone wants to really fuck with me, they'll pay the $1 to find out what's going on. But to some degree, I can go, I got your money, idiot. And if maybe they forget a month or two more, hey, after, afterwards they forget to cancel. So I don't know. But I think that'll be fun. And I'll probably have a couple. I think Dan has expressed interest, and it looks like this is a movie Jess likes a bunch. I would love to have Jess on. Maybe, you know what? Maybe there's some people on the Patreon that want to fucking hop on and they don't want to be super public for whatever reason. I don't know. But shit, man, hour 15. I gotta go. We gotta do a little Patreon post show. So I am gonna get out of here. Remember, February 21st, we're watching Freaks over on the Patreon. February 27th, we're doing an On Perks giveaway. Top 5 favorite comedy movies in the comments. In the actual comments, not the live comments, guys. I'm not counting. I'm not going through the video to count those. Sorry. In the comments down below. Or if you catch the fucking standalone video, do that. I don't. If you're watching this, just do this. If you're an audio only freak, head on over to YouTube or hit me up on Twitter. Seki! Sack, it's good to see you. He's leaving as soon as I show up. Classic sauce. I'm going to the Patreon. It's only $1. Oh. God. But speaking of the Patreon, before I hop out of here, I want to thank all my lovely patrons. Christian Hanahara, Nick Ridza, Orc145626, Daniel Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, RetroCac, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Brian Trash, Ben Grimm, and T-Sweeze. And thank you, everyone that's here. Brian, Sack, Zombie, Jess, Billy Bean, Ben Grimm, Jess, Ben Grimm, Billy Bean, Jess, Mikey, Old Dying Breed, is in here. Jennifer, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Mr. Bombastic. Brian Trash again, because he's a sweetheart. I think I caught everyone. And if I didn't, I love you. Or maybe I don't. Think about that until next week. That's all I've got for this week. Until next time. I'm an idiot. Iris loves you.